Greetings, everyone. Well, carrying on with the horribly belated updates, covering May 16th to June 24th of 2016. So darn near 6 weeks worth of stuff that I picked up over a pretty hefty stretch of time. Yeah, so we did comic books last time. This time we will do DVDs and Blu-rays. Yes, got some more movies, and a couple of TV shows. So we're going to check them out today on the Multimedia Chronicles. Welcome back. Okay, so we got quite a few to go through here, so I'll just get right to it. In no particular order, picked up Batman Unlimited, Monster Mayhem. I've actually been looking for this one for a while because I have the first one, Animal Instinct. It's kind of a, Batman for the younger set. But, I'm a sucker for pretty much all things Batman, so I'll just buy whatever comes out, basically. I haven't actually checked them out. They're total blind buys, but, I don't know. It's Batman. There you go. Next up, got some quality sci-fi. Yeah, so first off, picked up this one from Walmart. It was on for $10 with the slipcover. Can't go wrong there. You notice it's actually different on the inside. There you go. Same artwork, different background. But Ex Machina, which is... I just watched this last night, and wow, amazing. I had heard nothing but good things about it, been wanting to check it out for ages, and was not disappointed. I will probably do some kind of review of it at some point. Yeah, really just blew me away. Really, really good stuff. I'll save my comments for the review. But anyway, excellent Blu-ray there. Lots of extras. I should go into extras. What do we got here? So on the Batman one, we've got over 42 minutes of extra content, including Gotham of Tomorrow, Designing a Future World featurette, and a collection of 10 DC Nation shorts, and a bonus cartoon from the DC Comics vault. So no idea what that bonus cartoon is, but I'm sure it's awesome. Ex Machina, we got special features. We got Creating Ava, the cast, the design, the story, making of, and SXSW panel with Alex Garland. Actually, after watching the movie, I watched a good chunk of those featurettes, the shorter ones. The making of is about 39 minutes long. The other featurettes are about 3 or 4 minutes apiece. But some good stuff in there, definitely. And then next up, I've not watched this yet. Again, another one that I've heard nothing but good things about. I wanted to check it out. I do love the director, Ridley Scott. He's directed some of my all-time favorite films. We have The Martian Extended Edition. So I'm actually kind of glad I waited on this one, because now they got the Extended Edition out. It contains 10 minutes of additional footage. Now this edition does include both the theatrical and extended cuts, so you get both of them here. Let's see. Over 2 hours of never-before-seen special features includes theatrical and extended cut audio commentary by Ridley Scott, Drew Goddard, and Andy Weir. The Long Way Home, Making the Martian, Dare Mighty Things, NASA's Journey to Mars, The Journey to Mars 101, NASA's Journey to Mars, Journey to Mars 101, Living on Mars and Beyond, The Journey to Mars 101, Why Science Fiction Inspires Me, Deleted Scenes, Gag Reel, Ares 3 Refocused, 5 Ares mission videos, and more. So quite a loaded package of extras there, which is quite nice. So I'll probably be watching that fairly soonish, because I'm kind of in a sci-fi mood lately, so there you go. Next up, you knew I had to get this one. I've been clamoring for them to do remasters of these movies for ages. Well, they did one of them, so I'll support it, because they did it. We have Star Trek II, The Wrath of Khan, with the cool Mondo packaging, and with the slipcover, of course. And it also has this kind of O-ring band for the 50th anniversary. I don't know if I'll keep it on there, because, I mean, there's no way to have it on without blocking some of the artwork. It's like a scanner. Yeah, okay. But I should mention, because I know somebody will mention it in the comments, so I will spare you, and I'll mention it now. There is an error with this edition. Specifically, during the Kobayashi Maru scene at the beginning, there's a moment where Sulu turns to talk to Savick and says a couple lines of dialogue there about crossing into the neutral zone. And in the original cut, he turns to face her, and you see him speaking the line. However, in the director's cut version here, this includes both the theatrical and director's cut. The theatrical cut is the same as the 2009 DVD or Blu-ray. The director's cut is an all-new remaster. That's the one where all the, all the cleanup was done, and the new transfer and everything. So in the director's cut version, for that scene where he normally would turn and speak to Savick, he's actually still facing the screen. It's actually, they used the wrong shot, basically. And, yeah, oops. The dialogue is correct. He still says the line. You just don't see him saying the line like you normally would. And the stuff on the, displayed on the front of the screen, like the front display screen, is wrong. It was supposed to be different stuff on the screen during that other shot. Anyway, good news. Paramount has has started a disc replacement program. You basically just email them or phone them, and they'll send you something to mail back your disc. Now, for future reference, how you will be able to tell the difference as to which version is on the shelf. The version with the corrected disc will have a yellow UPC code instead of the white UPC code of the original erroneous release. So if you see white, it's the wrong one. If you see yellow, it's the corrected one. If you don't care, then, well, get whichever one you want. It's literally one shot in the entire movie. Me being anal, I'm probably going to keep this and get the redone version when that comes out, thus doubly supporting the release and doubly supporting their efforts in correcting their mistake. It's just the way I roll with certain things. This one's special, and I really want to do my part to support this release because I'm really hoping they'll finally get off their asses and remaster the other 9, which would be really nice. At the very least, remaster the first, the other 5 original crew ones, and give us the alternate cuts as well, like we had on the DVD. Alrighty, next up, part sci-fi, part comedy. I have not seen the 2 comedy movies in this collection. I have seen the sci-fi movie in this collection many, many times, and it's a long-time favorite that I had kept putting off getting on Blu-ray. So when I saw this set, I thought, well, what a great opportunity to get all 3 of these and just have a good old time. Picked up Ted versus Flash Gordon. So this is the first, this is both Ted movies and the original 1980 Flash Gordon movie, which, of course, the main characters in Ted are completely obsessed with, and they bump into Sam Jones from time to time. I've not actually seen either of the Ted movies. I've just seen clips and bits and pieces, enough to know that I know I'm going to enjoy them, because I like that kind of, goofy stoner humor and whatnot. It's just, I find it funny. And it was an excuse for me to finally get Flash Gordon on Blu-ray as well. Now, this set was $28.99, which you figure works out to a little under $10 a movie. And to put that in perspective, I never see the Ted movies individually go for less than about $15. The Flash Gordon one I think I've seen for $10 before. So basically I got 3 movies for the price of 2 is the way I look at it. So not a bad deal when you think of it in that respect. In terms of extras, I should go over this here. So the Star Trek one has a ton of stuff. It's got director's cut and theatrical version of the film, commentary by director Nicholas Meyer on the director's cut and theatrical version, commentary by director Nicholas Meyer and Manny Koto only on the theatrical version, text commentary by Michael and Denise Okuda on the director's cut, library computer on the theatrical version, the Genesis effect, engineering the Wrath of Khan in HD, production, Captain's Log, Designing Khan, original interviews with DeForest Kelley, William Shatner, Leonard Nimoy, and Ricardo Montalban, Where No Man Has Gone Before, the visual effects of Star Trek II, The Wrath of Khan, James Horner composing Genesis HD. The Star Trek universe, collecting Star Trek's movie relics in HD, a novel approach, Starfleet Academy, the mystery behind SETI Alpha 6 HD, Farewell, a tribute to Ricardo Montalban, storyboards, main title concept, Kobayashi Maru, SETI Alpha 5, Regular Ones, Chekhov and Terrell find Khan, Admiral's Inspection, Khan's Revenge, Kirk Strikes Back, Finding the Genesis Cave, the Mutara Nebula, Sneak Attack, Genesis, Honored Dead, and the theatrical trailer in high definition. That's a lot of stuff on there. That's a very nicely loaded set. Now, Ted includes both the unrated and theatrical versions of the movie, deleted scenes, alternate takes, teddy bear scuffle, gag reel, Ted the making of, and a feature commentary. Ted 2 contains both the unrated and theatrical versions, deleted scenes, gag reel, cameo buddies, a giant opening dance number, Thunder Buddies for Life, Creating Comic-Con, road tripping, and a feature commentary. Flash Gordon features Alex Ross, renowned comic artist on Flash Gordon, writing a classic and an episode from the 1936 movie serial. It's basically the exact same extras that were on the Savior of the Universe DVD edition many moons ago, which I still own, and it's wonderful and I love it. But that's mainly why I wasn't in a big rush to get Flash Gordon. Plus, apparently there's some DNR issues with that transfer. And it doesn't look like they're going to redo it anytime soon, so I figured, you know what, I'll get it in the 3-pack with Ted, so why not? Alright, next up, this one I picked up on the recommendation of my mom. I don't know what it is, she just loves these movies based on young adult novels, and I gotta admit, I kind of dig a lot of them too. Not Twilight, but some of the other ones. So, I really enjoyed the Maze Runner movies, looking forward to the third one when it comes out. So I thought I'd check this one out as well. This one seems to be getting some attention too. Picked up Divergent. Now, this is actually on sale at Walmart with the original slipcover for $7. So I couldn't pass that up. And then on here we've got, let's see, audio commentary with director Neil Berger, audio commentary with producers Douglas Wick and Lucy Fisher, Bringing Divergent to Life documentary, a Blu-ray exclusive extra. Faction Before Blood featurette, another Blu-ray exclusive extra. Deleted scenes, marketing gallery, and Ellie Goulding Beating Heart music video. So that's Divergent. I think there's 4 books in the series, one of which is called 4, funny enough. One of the characters is also named 4. It's almost like they planned that right from the beginning. And then, well, if you pick up the first one, you got to pick up the second one. Also got Insurgent. So, there you go. So, anyway, old Mumsy has very similar tastes in sci-fi and stuff like that to me. So, generally, if it's something that she likes, it's something that I'll like as well. So, yeah, so looking forward to checking this out. So, this is the second one. There's a 3D edition. This is not it. This is just the regular 2D edition. But, I mean, again, on sale. This one was $10. With this cool lenticular slipcover. Like, how cool is that? Gotta love it. Yeah. Extras, we got Insurgent Unlocked, the ultimate behind-the-scenes access, a feature-length in-depth look at all aspects of the movie for the ultimate fan. From Divergent to Insurgent, Diverging, adapting Insurgent to the screen, the others cast and characters, the train fight unlocked, the Peter Hayes story, marketing gallery, audio commentary with producers. There we go. Carrying on, I picked up a couple of Criterions. Yes, first up. Got The Curious Case of Benjamin Button, which I've never seen and have always been curious about, as it were. This was $5 at Best Buy. Can you believe it? A Criterion for $5. Well, I couldn't pass that up. In terms of extras, we got tons of stuff. Oh, God, you know, I'm getting tired of reading all the extras, so never mind, look it up. There's tons of extras on there. Very cool. So it's about a man who was born as an 80-year-old man and ages backwards, and it's about his life. Cool stuff. And next up, I've been wanting to grab this one for a while. Skinslip actually picked this up a little while ago and was just gushing with praise for it. Back in the day, Annetta, actually my longtime ex now, but she used to have the double DVD set of this, like a box set. And she never got around to watching it and ended up selling it. She did pick up the manga, though, the original manga that it's based on, and I read a good chunk of that and really enjoyed it. It's not very long. It's only like 2 or 3 volumes, I think, maybe 4. I don't know, it's not very many volumes. It's pretty short. Anyway, they did a pair of movies in the early 70s based on the manga. We have Lady Snowblood. Yes. This is also one of the big inspirations for Kill Bill, actually. This is a classic sort of revenge story set in samurai times. Gotta love it. So, Lady Snowblood. And this Criterion edition contains both movies. So there's what, Lady Snowblood and Lady Snowblood Love Song of Vengeance. So there you go. So that's pretty cool. And then next up, well, I guess speaking of revenge and survival and stuff like that, had to pick this one up. Everybody's been talking about it. Got to see the man himself in his Academy Award-winning performance. Lord knows he waited long enough to get there. Finally did it. Congratulations, Leo, for The Revenant. There you go. So, definitely looking forward to checking this one out. And this is with the slipcover, which is quite nice. And getting a little harder to find. So when I saw it on sale for like, I think it was like 15 bucks with the slipcover, I thought, yeah, I gotta stop putting that one off or I'm gonna miss out on it. So, yeah, so pick that one up. And look forward to watching Leo's Academy Award-winning performance. Next up, this is one I'm going to watch probably for the Halloween season as a double bill with Ouija, which is actually getting a sequel, apparently. And apparently the sequel looks quite good from what I've heard. But I thought this would make a fun double bill with it because it's kind of based on the same thing. Picked up Witchboard from Scream Factory. And as you can see, loaded with extras, as Scream Factory releases often are. Yeah, sorry, I would keep reading the extras, but some of these are really loaded, and I'm losing my voice. I've been doing videos all day, and I don't want this to run on forever. Next up, again, heard a lot of good things about this one. Wanted to check it out. Saw it on the bargain racks at Best Buy, so I grabbed it. Picked up Gone Girl. Yeah, pretty cool. So I like the sound of this. Basically, an author's, a guy's wife goes missing, and he may or may not have killed her, so it's kind of a big mystery. So I'll just show you this real quick here. So this is a nice little collector's edition. So it contains a digibook of the movie here, of course. Very cool. And then, and it's actually based on a book, apparently. And there's 2 other books by the same author. And then it comes with a storybook, Amazing Amy, Tattletale. So I gather the character, the wife character in this is an author of children's books. So they actually have like a children's book as if it was written by the main character, and even all the credits in here treat the characters of the movie as if they are real. Like there's even a biography in the back about them and stuff like that. So what a cool extra. It's not what I expected at all. I mean, because you look at the box, you see this little book in there, and you assume it's going to be like a digibook, like something about the movie. But no, it's like a storybook by the characters in the movie, which is kind of cool, I think, actually. So I like that. So yeah, so definitely going to enjoy that when I'm in the mood for a bit of mystery and intrigue. Speaking of intrigue, had to grab this. I think it was the last one they had with the slipcover, and it's quite a lovely one too, might I add. We have the only one I didn't have, because as you know, I bought the set a little while ago and did a big stack of videos about it. Spectre! Yes, the latest James Bond film, and very nice slipcover. I really need to get up to date on these. I actually have not watched past about halfway through Quantum of Solace. That's as far as I got. So there's a whole bunch of Daniel Craig's era that I haven't even seen yet. I heard Skyfall was pretty good. Heard this was pretty good. So yeah, definitely want to check those out. Next up, another bargain bin find. This is what I've been wanting to see again for a long time. I haven't seen since I was a kid. I think it was like $5 in the bargain bin. Picked up Butch, Cassidy, and the Sundance Kid. Some classic Western action. Very good stuff. And, alright. Now, last 2 here are a pair of TV show sets. And, you may recall in the big video I did where my coworker gave me his entire DVD collection, one of the things that was in there was Season 2 of this particular series. Well, I knew that Season 1 went cheap at Walmart, so I decided to grab it last time I was there. It was like $10. Picked up Season 1 of Wonder Woman, the 70s series. And I just need Season 3 to complete the collection, which is pretty cool. I used to watch this all the time when I was a kid. I was all about the superhero shows when I was a kid. I would watch this, Incredible Hulk, even the old 70s Spider-Man series, the short amount of time that it was on. I would watch this. And last, but most definitely not least, this is one, those of you who have been following Multimedia Chronicles basically since the beginning may recall back when I was collecting the BCI Eclipse Filmation Library. And I've talked about it numerous times since. I recently did a closer look at their Lone Ranger and Zorro sets because this was coming out. I'm, of course, talking about the complete Season 1 of Tarzan, Lord of the Jungle. Yes. Now, this technically is the complete series in a manner of speaking, because this is the only season in which Tarzan was solo. Basically, it was just a standalone show. In subsequent seasons, there were fewer episodes produced. It ran for 4 seasons total. There were fewer episodes produced, but it was paired up with other shows, like Tarzan and the Super 7, Tarzan and the Lone Ranger Hour, things like that. But this was the only season where it was just a standalone solo show. And then there was a season 5 and 6 where repeats of Tarzan were shown alongside the other action adventure shows. Now, I should mention there have been some people complaining about the quality of the transfers in this. I think the problem is not the transfers. I think the problem is the source elements. These were not kept with the other Filmation library stuff. These were, I don't know where they were exactly, but for whatever reason they've been kind of tied up in rights hell for a while, which is why it took so long to get them. Warner Brothers released the set. I'm kind of disappointed with the cover art, I have to say. I mentioned this before. Because he doesn't look anything like that in the show. It's kind of similar, but he looks younger on the cover than he does in the show. I mean, in the show he's like, you know, in his late 20s, early 30s. There he looks barely like a teenager. But anyway, so I did take a skim through the first disc just to see what people were complaining about. And yeah, I don't think the problem is the transfers. The problem is the prints themselves. There's a lot of you know, scratches on the film and faded color and nicks and pops and stuff like that. The film prints are in pretty rough shape from the looks of it, but I'm guessing that's all they have because you know, so I can't really complain too much. I'm just glad that we finally got it on DVD after waiting so bloody long. So now we have all the classic characters that Filmation put out. So I'm hoping they, you know, I definitely urge everyone who's a fan of Filmation stuff to pick this set up. And hopefully they'll release the other 3 seasons. I mean, the other 3 seasons, I mean, they were like 6 or 10 episodes apiece. They could easily release them all on 1 or 2 more volumes, and we'd have the complete series. But yeah, I mean, the prints are in pretty rough shape, but I mean, they're perfectly watchable. I mean, I've definitely seen way worse. But if you're expecting the same kind of pristine quality that we got with the BCI Eclipse sets, you're going to be disappointed because it's just not the case. I guess they just weren't kept as you know, as well as the other stuff in the library. Which is unfortunate. I don't know if they were in the hands of the Edgar Rice Burroughs estate and just like stuck in a closet somewhere or what, but those prints have definitely seen better days. But as I say, I mean, it's still perfectly watchable. Yeah, and it's a great show. I mean, it's said by many to be one of the more faithful adaptations of the original source material. It still keeps a lot of the sci-fi elements and such that were in the original stories that were kind of lost in some of the adaptations later. Yeah, it's just a lot of fun, and it definitely brings back memories for me because I used to watch that all the time when I was a kid. I was all about the Filmation shows when I was a kid. I watched quite a few of them, and Tarzan was always a big one for me. Even though it's funny enough, I was never really a huge Tarzan fan per se, like of the character and of the various movies and such. But some of them I've enjoyed, like the animated series I enjoyed, and there's a few of the movies that I liked as well. I don't remember specifically which ones now. It's been so long, but yeah. Anyway, good stuff. Well, that is it for the update. I gotta go give my voice a rest. Actually, I think I'm going to head to bed because it's almost 1:30 in the morning when I'm filming this, and I got to go to work tomorrow. So, yeah, good times. Alrighty, so quick thank you to my Patreon sponsors. Thanks, Patreon sponsors, especially Get Your Gorgeous On and Kyle Pellegrini, my 2 highest level sponsors. And we'll see you guys next time. Until then, thanks for watching, and sayonara.